A question that is asked to me often is, am I making the right choice? Followed by the words, what if? A few months ago, a young lady approached me and said, I am quitting my job to start a business, but I can't help but wonder, am I making the right choice? What if I fail and I can't make enough money before it's too late? Another middle-aged man said to me, I just took a high-paying position in the government, but I keep having the urge to join the Peace Corps. What if I can't find the same type of job after? What if I don't like it, but it's already too late? What I see here is an underlying theme of a future that will not turn out right. So I decided to look deeper into this problem. And one quote that I came across in my research was, in the end, we only regret the chance we didn't take, the relationships we were scared to have, and the decisions we waited too long to make. This quote took me on a journey into my own life and all of the risks and chances I have taken that give meaning to my life. Then I began asking others if they wished they had done something else, if they had wished they had taken a different risk. And then I found myself venturing into the hospitals and the retirement homes and started researching even deeper. What I found was a shocking truth to this quote. And I sat listening to people repeat the same regrets. I wish I wouldn't have cared so much about what other people think. I wish I could have accomplished more. I wish I would have told so-and-so how I truly felt. I wish I could have stood up for myself more than I did. And I wish I would have taken more risk. Until one day I met Betty Lamont. Betty was 93 years old. She had outlived her spouse and her only son. She spent the last 20 years of her life living alone. Her grandson would visit 2 times a year until he moved her into an elderly care facility for assisted living. Betty's days consisted of 4 hours of television, 2 hours in her rocking chair, staring out the window looking at the birds, 2 naps and 3 meals. Miss Lamont was living off her government pension from 30 years in a factory position. And her pension was barely paying for her health care. As Betty's rocking chair creaked back and forth, she sat gazing out the window with her white curly hair glistening in the sunlight. She told me she spent most of her life working so she could retire and enjoy what the rest of the world has to offer. When she finally reached retirement, she spent most of her time and money on medical support and care for her husband who died shortly after. As I listened to her soft voice, I could see a tear run down her face. She looked towards me and said, I wish I would have followed my passions in life. I wish I would have taken more risks. And I wish I would have lived a life true to myself and not a life others expected of me. But what my biggest regret was not having the courage to tell my son how much I truly loved him before he left this world. And that I wish I would have done more for him and the people who loved him the most. Betty's story about life took me deep within my own world. It made me question the relationships of my own mother and father. It gave me a sense that I should care more about them and tell them how I truly feel. Because I may wake up one day and they will be gone. Some of you may look back and wonder why you cared so much about the things your parents did wrong, and you will never have the opportunity to forgive them. You may look back at your life and wonder why you spent 30 or 40 years doing something that had no meaning to you other than retirement pay. You may look back and say, I wish I would have taken more risk and followed my passions. And the feeling of regret will flood your mind every day. So don't wait to make a decision that feels right. Don't hesitate to take the risk that your heart desires to follow. Don't be the person at the end of the road wishing you would have taken a different path. Change your life. Find your path and take that risk. With each risk and chance you take, you will learn to grow and you will become a new person every day. You will begin to see the world in ways you could never imagine. You will think in ways you have never dreamed of. And you will look back at your life in amazement. You will be in complete bliss and at peace with the world. You will be the one saying, don't wait. Because life is a gift that is given to us in order to experience all that our heart can give. Because in the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take, the relationships we were scared to have, and the decisions we waited too long to make.